All right, let's talk about Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Got off to a bit of a slow start, but once things got rolling, they did not stop. This was a dominant performance by this Ravens offense. It's had a lot of dominant performances this season. Let's get into the many things that went well here for the Ravens. I have a nitpick or two here as well, but for the most part, it's a very positive video. Before I get into it, real quick, I will mention I do have a movie channel. If you like watching movies, you can check that out. The link is in the description below, Jackson Kruger Movies. But yeah, anyways, let's talk some Lamar Jackson. Starting off with this play, what's going to happen here is it's a Lamar play, but it's really a Derrick Henry play. And here's why. So they're going to fake the handoff to Henry up the middle. Lamar's going to keep it and go towards the bottom of the screen. This is the play we talked about when we were just wondering what could happen with Derrick Henry and with Lamar Jackson in the running game. Well, watch what happens. You're going to see Lamar Jackson fakes this handoff, and I gotta be honest, this wasn't even really executed very well by the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, a couple offensive linemen ran into each other. A defensive lineman for the Chargers just gets all the way through, ends up getting knocked out of the play, but still, it's completely disrupted the rhythm and all of that. So you're thinking, okay, is this gonna work out? But then you look further down the field, and you see how basically the entire Chargers defense is still playing it out as though this is going to be a handoff to Derrick Henry. You have to have all hands on deck to tackle that guy, which the issue is that when he doesn't have the ball, you're kind of screwed. Watch as Lamar keeps it himself. He's able to rush toward the outside, gets into the end zone, even does a good job making that nice little juke move at the end. What that did was allowed him to get into the end zone without having to take the hit at the end, because you don't want to have to get clobbered if you can avoid it, and he was able to avoid it. So again, really good stuff by Henry getting the attention, but by Lamar making the play. We definitely saw Lamar not afraid to take chances in this game. I mean, there was this play, which was definitely a big play. The Ravens kind of got stuck in the mud in the first couple of drives. It was really weird where the first drive of the game, they had a penalty, completely derailed drive. The second drive of the game, they had a receiver fall on a 3rd down and 5 that resulted in having to punt the ball. But then they got a touchdown, and now they're here. This is just the 4th drive of the game. They want to at least get points on the board. They have a receiver, Rashod Bateman, running a deep shot. Watch, Lamar takes the snap, and there's only a single safety deep, which is a bit of a surprising call in this situation, but the Chargers are trying to prevent the field goal. They're, not necessarily thinking about something like this, so Lamar says, well, let's make you think about it. He's throwing one up. It's number 7 on number 7 for Baltimore and the Chargers. It's just a jump ball. It's all it is. But as you see, Bateman makes the grab despite being interfered with, so that's why you make that play. It's a lot easier for an offensive player to make the catch because he knows around when the ball is coming out. He can play the ball. The defensive back has to play the receiver, and that's why they were able to make that work. Of course, there is the potential negative of it right here. You're going to see Lamar takes the snap. This is the play where, again, Lamar saying, hey, let's take some chances here. Why don't we? Well, he, steps up in the pocket, but keeps his eyes downfield as, very few can do. He's so good at reading the play down the field while moving in the pocket. There's a one-on-one matchup again for the Baltimore Ravens. This time it's Zay Flowers who they're looking towards in the end zone, who receiver I really like. I think he's having a great season. He isn't really a contested catch guy. That's not really his thing. He's definitely more of a guy who gets separation. And this is Christian Fulton in defense. Fulton just gave up that big play. He doesn't want to give up another big play. He's ready to make a big play of his own. Watch what he does. He gets in position, and then, he drops the ball. Unfortunate there. There's a little bit of a bump. Flowers wanted a call, but usually you don't get those in the end zone like that. Good play by Fulton, but then you got to make the catch. You can't give up the big touchdown and then not intercept the pass there. Come on, Christian. But heading over here, this was a, similar to what we talked about last time, but a good example of it, where it's a 3rd down and 10 situation for the Baltimore Ravens. They are obviously so deadly even in these obvious passing situations, but not quite as deadly in obvious passing situations as situations where they have the threat of the run. When this play begins, nothing gets open right away, and here's what's interesting. So you see Lamar, it almost looked like he wanted to step up in the pocket, but the Chargers doing a very good job not allowing him to do that. He now has to go towards the outside. Joey Bosa is here, but again, Lamar is so fast. Watch him be able to get around Bosa. He's able to throw on the run, and he finds a open Zay Flowers. You give Zay Flowers enough time, he's going to get open eventually. It's really remarkable stuff here by Lamar. And as you see, he does get the ball down the field. That allowed them to get another field goal here. So again, these are just splash plays, right? How many players in the NFL are able to make this play? I don't know, but it's not a long list. I can certainly say that much. Also, this next play, which is a really good one. So, we saw the Chargers start to blitz Lamar Jackson, which is something that we've seen teams do in the past. It makes sense, right? Get the ball out of his hands. Force him to have to throw the football quickly. He's especially so deadly in these red zone situations. Let's get the ball out of his hands. I wasn't sure if this was actually an all-out blitz or because the guy who's covering, if it is an all-out blitz, who's covering the halfback, ends up dropping back into coverage. I wasn't sure if that was because the halfback was blocking or just because that's what the play was design was, but either way, Lamar takes a snap, heavy pressure. He has to get rid of this football quickly and does. There isn't a ton of separation here with Mark Andrews, the tight end, so that's the issue. But the good thing is that Mark Andrews is looking towards the quarterback. The defender has his back turned towards the quarterback. So Andrews can play the ball, defender cannot. So that's why Lamar is making this throw, and he's essentially hoping that he can make a good enough throw and Andrews can make a good enough catch that they're going to be able to pick up the touchdown. And that's going to be exactly what happens. Heck of a catch by Andrews. For some reason, the ref initially called that incomplete. They eventually got together and ruled it complete. Very weird call there by the ref. But yeah, really good play there by Andrews. Really good play by Lamar Jackson to make this one happen as well. And it's also a backbreaker for the Chargers, right? You're like, okay, we tried to do something different coverage-wise, and even that doesn't work, so what do we do? And then this play, a backbreaker for the Chargers. It's a running play, and again, I kind of mentioned earlier how there was a Lamar Jackson run that was really a Derrick Henry play. Well, this is going to be a Justice Hill run that's really a Lamar Jackson play. Because, I mean, at 3rd down and 2, of course Lamar is keeping the ball, right? Watch that safety right here for the Chargers. Watch watch what he's going to do. As you see, second this play begins, he is ready for a Lamar Jackson rush. The only issue, that is not what's happening. Lamar Jackson is not going to be keeping the ball. He has already given the ball to Justice Hill. But the Chargers are okay. They have a player in the area who also kind of moved a little bit more in than you would like, but he can run over, and if he can make a tackle on Justice Hill, they're okay. However, Hill makes that one move, and watch Lamar. He's already celebrating. He already knows what's happening. This play, still a lot of play left to be had, but Lamar knows. And as you see, he is exactly right. Watch Hill just power by everybody. Looked like for a second Chargers might catch him, but did not happen. Hill able to get into the end zone to put them up 14 points. So yeah, I mean, really impressive performance by the Ravens, who just continue to be dominant against, I mean, one of, if not the best defense in football here, and the Ravens make them look mediocre. I mean, that's really the only way to describe it. I mean, really, I actually thought the Chargers still had some pretty good defensive plays, but it's just, I mean, the Ravens are that good. But yeah, that's what I think of all of this. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from y'all. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.